everybody, it's Greg again from Heck Yeah, You Can Cook. And today you're going to make a super air-fried whiting fish with a flaxseed coating and Cajun seasoning from Pamper. That's right, heck yeah. Tools that you're going to need today, you're going to need a very sharp fillet knife, okay? That is one very important thing because I do cut my whiting in half. This whiting is 2 pounds. I defrosted it thoroughly, let it come up to room temperature, and then cut it in half. Now, you don't have to cut it in half. I do that just to maintain a good, even piece of fish as I'm cooking, as well as a little bit of ease when you're making it. You're going to need a gallon-sized bag, all right? This is simply for the mixing you're going to need. I've got a cooling rack for later, and the star here is I got a regular cooling rack that we're going to spray down with oil, some parchment paper on a baking sheet, because you're going to cook with in the oven. Speaking of the oven, I'm preheating mine to 425 degrees at this time, and you're also going to need a temperature probe as a tool because I like to get my fish to 145 while I'm cooking. Ingredients: 2 pounds of whiting, as mentioned before. This was $8.99 at the grocery store, so a little less than $5 a pound. Wonderful meal. You can make this. I freeze it. We can pull it out as we need. Great meal prep item. I've got 1 teaspoon of salt right here. I've got 1 tablespoon of the Pampered Chef Cajun seasoning. Those of you Pampered Chef fans, you got friends that have those shows all the time. Their seasonings are great, and this blend is the Cajun spice. I've got 1 cup of ground flaxseed, or some people call it flaxseed powder. Either way, either one will work. I've got some spray olive oil, very important ingredient that you're going to need, and you'll see in just a minute. And that's it, folks. Let's go to the method. You're going to take the bag. This is really complicated, and I hope everyone can follow along. You throw in the salt, you throw in the Cajun spice, and we throw in the 1 cup of flaxseed. Zip. Make sure it's zipped because you're about to do some shaking. I even pulled it down a little bit. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your mix up. Now, what I like to do is get everything in place here. Bring this over, get your whiting, get your bag. And I usually do 2 pieces at a time. Now, we've patted these dry with a paper towel, and I've mentioned that. Make sure you pat them dry. I usually do 2 or 3 pieces at a time. Fill that bag up because you don't want to make a mess in the kitchen. And just tumble it. You don't really shake this time. It's a tumbling method. All right. And then you set it right on the rack. Now, the reason we have the parchment paper down is to catch any drippings that come off. We're going to space these. And you may notice I didn't spray the rack down. We're going to spray each individual piece and then put them on the rack. That way you don't have the oil wasted on the burning that goes on the rack. Repeat until finished. Okay, everybody, now that we've gotten them all placed on, this is when you take your spray olive oil. You just simply spray it lightly. Don't get heavy-handed. Now, some of them, as you're handling, you'll see you got some bare spots. I'll show you how to fix those in just a second. Once you've got them all flipped, take the seasoning that you still have, lightly sprinkle it, pat it in on any places that are still bare. Life hack. Once you've got that done, spray again lightly with the oil. Now, by putting it on the cooling rack, the air is going to flow underneath it as well. It's going to make a real even, crispy coating on there. I'm going to insert my temperature probe into the thickest piece right there in the front. We're going to set our probe into 145 degrees and come back and see what we've got when we're done. Heck yeah. Okay, everybody, the thermometer has gone off. Ta-da! The whiting is now done. Flax coated. Sorry, won't sprick off. Nice and flaky. This freezes wonderfully. You've got your own fish ready to go in the freezer. Quick midweek meal. This is a nice, easy prep. Didn't take much time. More importantly, didn't cost a whole lot of moolah. Everyone have a wonderful day. Heck yeah.